Thank you, and very good. Good presentation on PECs in general. So he covered a lot of that. I'll transition us more into the fittings and maybe start to get into some of the installation techniques and that kind of thing. So yeah, you know, everyone in the whole world, the thing with PECs, everyone in the whole world makes it one of those three ways: angle method, silane method, radiation method. So the ABCs are purely how do you make your PECs. The rating system isn't really there. If you listen to the A guys, they'll tell you why theirs is the best, and they have some really nice, unique features. The B guys, I'm a B guy, right? With Zurn, silane guys, we have some really good attributes that Brad pointed out with burst pressures and UV protection and those types of things. And then the radiation guys, they'll tell you why theirs is the best. So you got to take all that, listen to it, because everyone in the whole world makes it one of those three ways. Right now in the United States and what we're seeing in this market, it's pretty much all A and B guys. The radiation, I think, kind of is going away because it's a good way, but it doesn't have the merits of A and B PECs. So you're going to see pretty much A and B PECs as far as I know, okay, in the marketplace. The two things that negatively affect polyethylene is UV protection and low-grade petroleum products, so glues and solvents. Okay, those are the two things. So UV is a big issue. The other issue is low-grade petroleum, glues, solvents, and that's compatibilities. You could put a drop of CPVC glue on here, it may not hurt it. Put a drop of ABS glue on here, eat right through the pipe. So we all in the trade have to think about, ooh, what did we just get on our pipe? You know, the plumbers know it, the wholesalers know it, everyone knows it, but the drywall guy doesn't know that. He's spraying all this shit all over the PECs, right? It's like, what are you doing? You got to find out what's on the pipe if something like that happens. So those are the things we need to be aware of when we're working with PECs, okay? As Brad was saying, to finish up on that, all the pipes are made to the same standards in here on page 6 and 7, ASTM 876, 877. We're all made to the exact same standards. We're made to the exact same dimension, SDR 9, standard dimension ratio number 9, okay? Different from the aquatherms, right? Polyethylenes, SDR 13, SDR 11, right? PECs, crosslink, polyethylene, SDR 9, 876, 877. So that, to finish up on the pipe part of it. Getting into the fittings, are the fittings interchangeable? Yes and no, okay? Yes, they are because of the qualities of the pipe made to the same standards. You can use my pipe on their fitting or their pipe on my fitting, but we don't recommend you do that. The Zurn guy's gonna say, use a Zurn system, use an UPPA system, use a Viga system, because you get a 25-year system warranty, okay? As you start crossing, using my pipe on their fitting, those things, warranties all drop, right? Zurn stepped up and has some pretty impressive warranties, so I give them that. Ours, to our point, if you use their pipe on my fitting, you get like a 1-year warranty or a 2-year warranty, right? You still get a warranty, but you don't get the 25-year system warranty. Those guys are stepping up saying, we'll do that on our pipe. So those are the things you need to be aware of. And as we're out talking to plumbers and contractors, we're telling them that. Because what we're saying is use one system, right? But if you're on this job and you're going to do a repair on that house and they've got that fitting system, you can use what you're doing. You still get a warranty. You still get a 1 or 2-year warranty. You just don't get a 25-year system warranty. So that's kind of what's playing out in the market right now. Guys like, ooh, which fitting system should I use in my house? Okay? Viga that I represent, they're the manufacturer. They created ProPress fittings in Europe. They're a German company, and they invented ProPress in Europe, and then finally, about 12 years ago, said we're taking that to the United States. So they're the ones that introduced ProPress to the United States, okay? And they have since come out with MegaPress for gas pipe, gas and water, steel pipe. When they came to the United States, they bought Vanguard Plastics, who was doing PECs, right, in McPherson, Kansas. They were doing the copper crimp system, right? And they said, that's a good system. It is, at the time, was #1 in the U.S., all right? Still might be, it's right on the border, so it's still very good, but we're gonna transition everything over to press. We're press guys, that's what we do. So they already had this engineering, they started manufacturing, so we're 100% domestic in McPherson, Kansas, okay? On pipe and poly fittings. If you go to our bronze fittings, we're like 97% domestic, about 3% not domestic, okay? So that's who Viga is, and that's what this press fitting is. We still do copper crimp. Zurn still does copper crimp. This, as Brad was saying, has been the #1 system in the United States. It is slowly losing traction to expansion and press. But it's still really right there, maybe #1, maybe 49%, whatever percent you give it. Very, very good system. If you do everything right, position the rings right, put it on, your tools calibrated, everything, it's a very, very good system, okay? I'm going to talk about this one, and then there's the expansion, and he touched on it, and Phil will talk more about expansion. The thing that's important, the quality piece, right? All of these, and Brad mentioned burst pressures and pull pressures, and I didn't bring one. If one of you guys have one to show, the fittings become stronger than the pipe. If you're doing expansion, if you're doing press, if you're doing copper crimp, all of these fitting systems become stronger than the pipe. How can I make that statement? If you plug all these off, put a hose on here and start blowing the pressure up on here at around 550, 600, we blow up at different pressures, right? But somewhere around 500 plus PSI, this will bubble up and pop. You will not disturb this fitting. You will not. I hate to say it, I'm glad to say it, it's true of this fitting. And I hate to say it, I'm glad to say it, it's true of this fitting and this fitting. These fittings become stronger than the pipe. So that's the quality that we're all talking here. That's right. How do you get to that point? How do you get to that point? That's where the plus and minuses of the fitting systems and the tools and all that stuff. Okay. With that said, let me demo this. Most of you guys have probably seen this, but maybe not. This is, and it's a little bit unique because it's a little bit different from the other ones. It's a press fitting. This is a 3/4 T. This is a 1-inch T. They color coordinate the quotes and that kind of thing. Fittings come totally assembled, so you don't have to find the rings and put them on and do anything. This is a 3/4 T. If I took out a 1 by 3/4 half T, everything would be assembled. It's already there. Okay. Then I'm going to cut the pipe. Make sure you get a straight cut on the pipe. Insert it into the fitting. There's sight holes on these steel rings to make sure the pipe's in all the way and to make sure you got a straight cut on it. Okay, nice feature. And then if you're going to press it, and you're going to use either a hand tool or a battery tool, I'll go ahead and use the hand tool, and then I'm going to show you the battery tool. Okay, press it. Turn the water on right now. I don't care if it's 0 degrees outside or 180 degrees outside, you can turn the water on right now. It's ready to go. If you were making that same fitting with an 1.5 by 1 T, you do the exact same thing. Cut the pipe, put it in. We don't have hand tools that go that far, so now you're using the battery tool. And this gets you in a little bit more to the press platform, if you will. And I hope I got this charged up because it wasn't when I came in here. So, okay, so I cut the pipe, put it in. This is an 1.5 by 1 T. Boom. Turn the water on right now.
Coffee break.
Okay. So that is the press platform. Because we are the press platform, we have with this same tool, right? And this is getting into the tooling and everything. With this same tool now, I can put a copper jaw on here, and I can do 3/4 inch copper. So here's 3/4 inch 90, like this. You guys are familiar with that. You put it in, and you just go ahead and press it. This one's already done. But I'm showing you this because of the transition fittings. We have male and female iron pipe, male and female sweat. We have all those transition fittings, but we also have this transition fitting. It's copper Pro Press by PEX Press, right? So now, with this tool, I'm not going to do it here because this is my last one that I have, but this is the exact same fitting. So what I'm showing you is that with this tool, which I already did, copper, and now if I was transitioning to PEX, right here, right, changes jaw to 3/4 jaw, PEX jaw, okay. Boom. Turn the water on right now.
Nice.
And as you guys know, some of you guys know who are doing Pro Press, you can do that with water running through this system. That could be 1.5 inch, 2 inch line. You could do that with water running through the system, the Pro Press and the PEX Press technology. So that's the nice thing. An extension of that is, of course, now with what we're doing with Mega Press, this is for gas pipe. You have to change a jaw, it's jaw specific. Change this to a Mega Press jaw, and I'm doing gas pipe, same tool. Okay. So that's the press platform that Viga does, okay? And we think it gets you to the end result in a really good, efficient way. The reality is all of these systems get you to that point. It's like, how do you get to that point, okay? So that is the Viga system. And getting into installation techniques and all that, you know, the one thing, and maybe I'll leave that a little more for Phil too, is, you know, you can go out and plumb with this just like you do copper. And we tell new guys, just go out and plumb it like you do copper. We have all the T's, all the 90s, everything you need. Then we turn right around and tell you, don't do that. Take advantage of the flexibility of the pipe. Lose as many 90s as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Start doing some manifolding, and I don't have one. If I can show one of Phil's, it's a manifold. It's just a glorified T, right? It's like 3 T's, but it's one manifold. Start using those and fit them in to where you can pick up plumbing groups, run 1/2 inch line over to the fixtures. If you're in LA, of course, you're going to use more 3/4, right? But the idea is just run direct to fixtures. You don't have as many fittings. Why would you use this over copper? I'll just leave it on that. Why would you do this over copper? It's cleaner, it's quieter, and it's quicker, okay? And yeah, it's a little more competitive because the pipe costs less. You're saving labor. But the reality is it's cleaner, it's quieter, and it's quicker. It quiets the water system down. It's cleaner. Brad touched on the waters that are out there now. You hear about this copper system and it's been in for 70 years. And then down the street there's one that's been in 2 years and they're replumbing it because of the water. We don't have those issues, okay? So that's why PEX is continuing to grow the way it is, right? I've been selling PEX for over 25 years. Brad and I were talking, he knows that. From the Northwest, came down here, and it's just been approved in California. It's 8 years? How long has it been approved?
2009.
Yeah. So it's just going to continue to grow and grow and grow. So it's timely that we're doing this, and you've got the 3 main guys. You know, there's the other one we did, there were a whole bunch of PEX guys, but these 3, the Zern, the Viga, and the UPPA are the 3 main guys, and the fitting systems, these are the main fitting systems. There's a few other fitting systems out there, that some other stainless clamps and those types of things. I would not hold those up like I held all these up and say fitting stronger than the pipe. Some of those have some issues. We tell the contractors, if you're using, I do anyway, if you're using one of these 3 systems, you're good. If you're using one of those other ones, we're like, dude, don't do that. Use one of these 3 systems, okay? So anyway, that's it. Thank you very much. I'm gonna let Phil take it from there. Any quick questions? I know we're doing questions at the end, but anyone quick question? At the end. Very good.